Okay, so I'm gonna share my screen and I'm gonna show everyone everything that we're gonna talk about today. So this is it. First of all, I want to take a few words, a few moments to say a few words about us. So who are we and what can we do for you guys? Number one, we are Glidai Properties. We are a company in Dubai, so we live in Dubai, and we were established in March 2023. We actually moved here a little bit before that. That was in end of 2021. We moved to live here, and we decided to build our lives in Dubai. The reason that we have done that is a few main, but the main reason is that we really don't like paying taxes. And in Dubai, as you probably know, there's no taxes. We came here for that, but we stayed for a lot of other reasons. That the quality of life that is just incredible, and the safety and many other reasons. Now, when we just came here, obviously we doubled our income because we stopped paying taxes. And the first thing that happened is that we started to think, all right, if we just doubled our income, what are we going to do with the rest? Because obviously we were used to live on a certain amount of money. All of a sudden you have just double, but you don't want to just, increase your all of your expenses to times two, because that will be a little bit, unwise. So we decided to start investing. And back then, it was the beginning of 2022. We didn't know much about real estate in Dubai or anything like that. So we just said, okay, we'll just do whatever makes sense. We looked at something that was close to downtown, and that was a building called Ingati Canal, which was our first investment. And we just spent, entry level amount. Back then it was 725,000 for a studio in Business Bay. And this is how we just started our path in this market. Today, we own 15 properties personally, and we also helped more than 250 investors so far to buy real estate in Dubai. We also own a holiday home company where we manage the properties on a short-term rental, and we also managed to sell in great profit a few properties for ourselves and for clients. We took mortgages in Dubai. So in a nutshell, we really did everything from A to Z, from buying to receiving the key when it's ready, and to selling in profit, or to renting and getting a very good return. We have done it all. And because we have the experience, so we decided that we will also share our results and our experience with others. This is how we started as a company. It started really as some sort of trial for friends and family, because we had good results, and a lot of people were asking us, what do you think about Dubai? Should I also invest? So we decided we're going to open up a company, and we're helping them. After a while, we opened our first community, and that was again just something that we did. We didn't really thought about what's it going to do. It opened our first WhatsApp community. We started talking to investors, and we allowed them to also participate and ask questions and share their information and share their experience investing in Dubai, traveling in Dubai, living in Dubai, everything. And it just exploded. If you know, in WhatsApp, you can only do up to 1,000 and something members per community. Today, we have 5 different communities, so that's thousands of investors. And we just launched our South African community that we're sure is going to be incredible as well. And we invite you, everyone that's watching us from South Africa, if you're not in our community, join our community. You're welcome to share your experience, your questions, anything that may be of assistance for other people, or to you, or to the company. We're here to grow together. What we are doing in real estate is we decided that we don't want anyone to feel like it's them against the world, because obviously real estate in Dubai is very diversified. There is a lot of these, there is a lot of projects. It can become very confusing. And when you're doing everything on your own, what we noticed is that you just don't really know what's going on, because some broker will tell you this, some developer will tell you that. And unless you live here and you understand what's what, you don't really know what's going on. So we started building up communities where people can just share and consult with each other. So it's not just you in front of the person that sells you an apartment. It's actually you in front of thousands of other investors. The results are just incredible. We have people that after months of, thinking about it, don't really know what to do. All of a sudden they invest in Dubai. All of a sudden they buy 2 and 3 and 4 properties or even more than that. And they come back to us and they just share their enthusiasm about everything. And this is the goal. The goal for us with each and every person that's watching this video is to grow together, to build a joint vision where you can buy, of course, more and more units in Dubai, but also we can find ways to collaborate in many, many different ways. Every time that we know an investor, we open a relationship because we know that maybe you are someone that's going to buy a full floor and maybe you are someone that only is going to buy a studio. But you have family, you have friends, you have relatives, you have colleagues, and if we can then get to know them, then you can benefit as well from real estate in Dubai, and of course we can benefit as well. So it's a win-win for everyone. And if you want to know how you grow from 1 apartment to 15 apartments, which is something that we have accomplished in the past few years, it is exactly this way. There are few ways to make money in real estate. You can, if you have money, of course, you can invest it, and then you can get money from renting. If you have some money, you can buy entry-level, product like a studio or something. If you have a little bit more than that, then you can buy more and maybe you can do flips. But if at some point, each and every one of us runs out of liquidity, okay, maybe you have more money elsewhere, but it's tied up. However, the deals, they keep on coming. And if you want to know how you can keep on buying more and more, so that is the way. You help others buy real estate in Dubai. Of course, only when you believe in the product and you really, really want to do that. And this way, you keep on being paid. We don't take money from our investors. So we, as brokers, we do not charge our investors any broker fee or any commission or anything like that. We get paid by the developers. So also, if you bring your relatives, your friends, your colleagues, whoever it may be, you will not charge them anything. We will not charge them anything. We are providing them a service and we get paid from the developers anyway. And that's how it's a win-win for everyone. So that's a little bit about us and what we can do with each and every one of you. And I'm hoping to see you active in the community so you can actually get to know each other, get to know us, and we can create a relationship that would last hopefully for many, many years and will be fruitful for all parties. So after we explained a little bit about that, I want to dive into what's going on here. And first of all, I want to talk about the advantages of buying in bulks. So in Dubai, there is something that's called a bulk deal, probably in other places in the world as well, but here that's the term that we use. And what we noticed is that most of the time, people come to buy 1 or 2 units because the average in the market is anywhere between 1 to 3 million dirham. And the development is in total 300, 500 million, a billion. Sometimes it's a very large, for example, Bingati Skyrise just had a development valued at 5 billion dirham. It's very, very big. So if I saved, 1 million dirham, and to me, that's a lot of money. I'm going to the developer, I'm trying to negotiate a deal. If it's a good developer, they don't care about 1 million dirham. It doesn't excite them. It doesn't make them, give me a discount or give me a better deal. Now, if I want to make money in real estate, it's not enough that I'll find a good project that have good, amenities and people like living there. It's not enough because in real estate, in order to make money, I need to make money already when I'm buying the property, not only in 3 years when I'm going to sell it or in 2 years when I'm going to sell it. So how do you do that? If you want to make money in real estate, you have to come with a very large buying power and say to the developer, all right, I'm going to buy in 20 million, 30 million, 40 million. And of course, this is how they will start negotiate with you because they want to get that. Now, how do you do that if you don't have 40 million? Not all of us have 40 million dirham. That's a lot of money. If you don't know the rate of dirham per rand, by the way, because most people here are from South Africa, we're talking about 5 rands to 1 dirham. So for example, 1 million dirham would be 5 million rands, all right, and so on. 10 would be 50, and so on. So when we're talking about 20, 30 million dirham, that is more or less 100 million rand or 150 million rands, which is definitely a lot of money. And this is where we started using our community. So we bring our worldwide community and we go to a developer and we tell them, listen, how many units do you have in a floor, for example? Usually they would have between 15 to 25, 30 units per floor. So we're telling them, okay, you have, let's call it 30 floors, 50 floors. I'll take a full floor out of you. This is already where we get them to start listening to us. So then we gather all of us together in our communities and we're saying, okay, we're going to bring you a deal. This deal is going to be priced well under market, not because you are, you're so special, but because we have negotiated a deal for 25 units. This is what we are doing in Glidai Properties. This is how we bring value to our investors. Sure that when you're going to buy, you're going to make money already when you're getting in. So currently, we are working on a deal with Samana, which is a very big developer, and we will talk about the developer and the opportunity. And we got 20% discount from the full price only for the members of our community. If you are in our community, then you share this opportunity as well. 26 units, which is a full floor, all of the 6th floor of the new development that they're building. And if you will go on your own, then you will pay full price, or you will pay, if you're coming early, you will pay pre-launch price, which is 10% discount. If you're coming as a group with us, you will have 20%. So we will speak about what does that mean in numbers, and we will do the analysis. So stay with us. It's going to become very, very interesting. And what you need to know about the area that we're investing in is that the area is Dubai Production City. So in Dubai, you have different free zones, okay? And each free zone is devoted for a different activity. So for example, one free zone is for sports, and it's called Sports City. One free zone is for media, and it's called Media City, and so on. So this one is for media production, okay? And this area is located, show you in the map, right here, which is the last community that is still not completed in the entire area. So if you know Dubai, you know that there are a few areas that are like the top areas for tourism, for business, for all of that type of stuff. One of them is Dubai Marina, which is right here. And the city is exactly here. So that is 15 minutes away by car. Between Marina and the production city, you will have Emirates Hills and Jumeirah. This is one of the nicest areas in Dubai. It's Jumeirah Islands. Over here, a villa would cost you 20, 30 million dirham per one villa, so like more than 100 million rands. And this is already completed years ago. And the reason that people then come to live in this type of area is because here you can still get units for under, 1 million dirham or under, which is becoming very, very rare in Dubai, especially if you're looking for a 1-bedroom. If you're looking for a studio, you can still find these type of units in Dubai. Just a second. So, when we're looking at this area, what you need to know is, first of all, the center, which is Jumeirah Village Circle. So this circle here we own a lot of apartments here, and we also manage a lot of apartments for our clients in this area. This is the most popular area in Dubai when it comes to transactions. So of course, if you're looking at value of transactions, you will have areas like the Palm, where each villa is sold for like 50 or 100 million. So over here, the value in money will be a lot higher. However, if you're looking at the number of transactions, every year and every month, Jumeirah Village Circle is number one. The reason is that it's located in a very, very strategic location, which is from one end very close to Dubai Hills and Dubai Hills Mall, which is right here. And on the other hand, very, very close to Dubai Marina. The thing is that everyone used to live in this area, just let's call it 7 years ago, 5 years ago, until this area just became too expensive. And then they started moving out. So people started moving out to Jumeirah Village Circle. The thing is that today, Jumeirah Village Circle is also becoming expensive, and one-bedroom units are already selling, if it's luxury ones, like the project that we're talking about, already selling for 1.3, 1.4 million. And the rents already go above 100,000 dirham per year. So in Dubai, the rent, it doesn't work per month. Usually it's just you close on a number and it's per year, and it's paid entirely upfront or maximum in 4 checks, which is like quarterly. But usually if you take 4 checks, then you raise the price as well. It's very, very common to just charge the entire year up front. And this is what a lot of people in Dubai do. Another thing is that this area is perfect for holiday homes, Airbnb. If you don't know that, so last year we had more or less 17 million tourists, not in the entire UAE, only in Dubai, 17 million. And compare in all of South Africa, Cape Town, Joburg, and the rest of South Africa, all of the country together, 8 million tourists. One city, 17 million tourists, more than double. So you understand that the demand for Airbnb and short-term rentals is huge. And these people, if they go to Marina, they have to pay 20,000 per month for a one-bedroom unit, 15,000 per month. It's a lot of money for a lot of people. And this is why many of them, they start thinking to themselves, okay, how can I pay less but still stay in a very central location? And they go to this area. And once this area is becoming expensive, they're going to the areas around it. And Production City, which is located here, is the last area that is not yet fully developed. So over here, you have Jumeirah Village Circle, Sports City, Jumeirah Golf Estate. This area, Jumeirah Golf Estate, is the highest price appreciation in Dubai for 2024. This is why also we chose this location, because over here, owners saw 35% price appreciation in 2024 alone. And again, the reason is that people are turning for affordable housing. They're looking for places where they can pay less and still enjoy a high level of a neighborhood and be close to everything. So in real estate, when you want to make money, of course, you can't choose something that is fully developed, because you make money out of the fact that all of a sudden there is a new metro, all of a sudden there is a new school, all of a sudden there is a new a mall just right around you. And this is how the value of your property is going up. So we usually don't choose areas that are fully developed unless there is some sort of a, super cheap building or super cheap development or super luxurious one that we are sure will appreciate in value. But if you just ask me, regardless of the, let's call it, regardless of the luxury of the payment plan or whatever, which areas would you choose? I would definitely go for something that's semi-developed and not fully developed. So you can even see it in the map that over here, here, and here, you can see it in the colors. It's more crowded. JVT also very crowded. And here, it's still very empty. So if everything around it is developed, then the potential here is just incredible. And this is why we chose Production City. and I can talk about it more, but we only have like 45 minutes, so you don't get tired on me. So we're going to try and do it fast and short. Of course, if you have questions, you can ask everything you want, and we will answer them one by one once the webinar is done. Okay, so just bear with us. And a lot of people are asking us also, who is buying the most real estate in Dubai? The answer is UK citizens. In Dubai, obviously, everything works with nationalities. So whenever you're buying something, they ask you, what is your nationality? You're bringing them your passport and everything. So number one, buyers in Dubai are the United Kingdom citizens, which is, again, continuing to be the case in 2024. There is a lot of buyers from India as well. And there is a lot of buyers from France and Italy and a lot of other European countries. Some buyers also from United States and Canada, but most of them are Europeans. And of course, after the Europeans, we have the buyers from the Gulf, from Saudi Arabia, from UAE, from the local ones. So this is a little bit about the area itself. So what do we have close by? We have 5 to 7 minutes to the nearest metro that's going to be there just in a few years. We have 5 to 10 minutes to Dubai Hills Estate and Dubai Hills Mall. By the way, Dubai Hills Estate, 27% price appreciation just in 2024. 10 to 15 minutes to Dubai Marina and 20 minutes to Dubai Mall. The development is right next to this Masim Mall, which is 3 minutes walking. We spoke a little bit about what is a free zone. So we're going to just dive in a little bit more into the numbers and the benefits. So the development is selling with 8%, 8 years of payment plan with 0.5% after delivery. So I want you to see how it looks like. The payment plan with Samana is actually very simple. We start with, okay, just a second here. We start with 24%. This is okay, just, oh. Sorry, we have a little bit of a technical issue. Here, 24, no, why is this keep on happening? 24%, then you have 1%. I'll just move over here. Okay, so the payment plan goes as follows. And you have 20% in the beginning. You have 1% per month most of the payment plan. So out of it's 42 months of 1% per month, which is 3.5 years. Then you have one bullet payment of 10%, 2 bullet payments of 5%. And then in the end, you're looking at 0.5% for 30 more months. So what does it mean when we're talking about the actual units? The units that we have, they would be sold around 990 for 1-bedroom unit, and around 600 to 630, 650 when we're talking about the studios. We still have the final price, and it's very, very important to explain that. When we are coming to a developer and we negotiate a deal, we always try to come in the pre-launch stage. It means the units are not yet launched. There is no final price. There is no specific unit that we'll get. So the question is, how do we know what are we buying? And the answer is that we have already a lot of other developments from the same developer. So every developer in Dubai, they have a sort of a style, you know, what they build, how they build it, what amenities they provide. So if this is a big developer that already launched and handed over a lot of units, so we know what we're getting. In this case, we chose Samana, and I'm going to show you how phase 1 of this development looks like. And we are buying phase 2. What it means, phase 1 and phase 2, it's actually 2 towers. Phase 1, tower 1 is already almost sold out. There's like 2-3 units left. And phase 2 is now being pre-launched. and we are going to have the entire 6th floor. So what we have in that floor is we have 11 studios, we have 8 one-bedroom units, we have 4 one-bedroom plus storage, and 2 one-bedroom plus maid room, 1 unit of 2-bedroom. In Dubai, by the way, 2-bedroom means 2-bedroom plus living room, and of course 1-bedroom is 1-bedroom plus living room. In some countries it's not like that. I'm not sure how it is in South Africa, so I'm just making sure everyone knows. And I want to dive in a little bit into the opportunity and how it works, because we're running out of time. And it goes like this. So the price that we're expecting before discount comes to 1.250 to 1-bedroom unit, and roughly 760,000 to 820,000. Of course, all the numbers are in dirham for a studio. And after our discount, we're going to look at 630 and 990 more or less for a 1-bedroom or for a studio accordingly. So here's how the payments will go. When we start, we will do booking with 25,000 dirham. So these 25,000 dirham, they're only reserving for you a place in the queue. So we're going to have a queue of 26 buyers. Already, as we speak right now, 7 buyers already paid out of 26. And this is just the first couple of days. And when you're paying the 25,000 dirham, of course, it's not a payment. It's a part of the price of your unit. So total, you'll have to pay down payment of 24%. The 25,000 will be minused out of that number. So obviously over here, sorry, it will be minus this. So you'll pay 25,000 and you'll have left to pay 126 on a studio. Of course, this is not the final price. As I said, there will be different studios. Some of them are going to have pool view. Some of them are going to have community view, different sizes. So they'll have different prices as well. This is why it's very important, by the way, to get in first, okay? And not wait for, the last minute. And then out of 26 units, you only have 5 more to choose from. So you have to keep that in mind. Now, 1% per month. So for 42 months, you'll have a payment of 1% of the full price every month. So that's 9,900 or roughly 50,000 rands for 1-bedroom, or more or less 30,000 rands for a studio. You'll have 3 payments during construction. So during the 42 months, you will have 10% more or less in the end of the first year in one shot. So that will be obviously 10% of the price. You can multiply that in rands. So 500 and 300 accordingly. And you'll have 500,000, of course. You'll have here 2 other payments of 5% each, probably after 18 months and after 24 months. I'm saying probably because this is how they did it in other developments that they handed over. Now, what is the opportunity here? We're paying over 42 months, 70%. By the way, if you don't know, in Dubai, there is 4% DLD. It's not a tax, but it's like a tax. They call it commission that you the Dubai Land Department, and this amount goes to the government. So what happens is the Dubai Land Department, they're governing everything here, and they're regulating the market. So your money is actually not going to the developer. When you are paying, your money goes straight to an escrow account that is protected by the Dubai Land Department, and the developer can only get access to those funds once they have completed steps out of their development. For example, 20%, 30%, 40%, they will then have to go to the Dubai Land Department, prove, and the Dubai Land Department will send an inspector to check how much was already completed, and then give them access only to the relative amount of funds. So if they're not progressing, if construction is stuck, also your money is safe, which is very important to know. For that, we pay 40% to the Dubai Land Department, among other things. So that means that if we're looking at 1-bedroom, for example, until the handover, so over 42 months, we have paid 732,600, 700,000, 32 and 600 dirham. Okay, and that's it. Now, because we're looking at an area that just last year did 20%, and the area next to it, which is Jumeirah Golf Estate, did 35%. So we can comfortably talk about 10% per year, as this is a very, very new area that's going to develop in the coming years. There is a metro station coming, there is a new mall coming in JVC, there is a lot of things that are happening in this area that will push the demand to new levels. And this is just, of course, we're investors. There's no guarantees. We are not talking to you about, we guarantee you that it will happen this way. Okay, so it's important to say, and we say it in every webinar, we don't promise you that you'll make money. We don't promise you how much you'll make from rent. We don't promise you anything. We are talking to you about our experience, our anticipation based on what we know, and you, of course, can make your own decision. We don't want anyone to invest unless they understand what they're doing, or unless they understand how to look at numbers. If anyone is looking at it and they see these numbers as a promise for rent or promise for capital appreciation, allow me to disappoint you and tell you that these are not promises. This is just something that we are seeing here every day out of our experience. If you're looking for promises and if you're looking for guarantees, I advise you to not invest in almost anything, but definitely not in real estate, because it could lead to someone promising you or guaranteeing you something, and that can cause you a lot of trouble down the road. So just a friendly advice, if anyone is ever guaranteeing you anything in investments, it's probably not something you want to find yourself into. Now, moving forward, so if we're talking about 10% out of the number that all of the clients will pay, so we can talk about 1,403,500, which is 45%. Why 45%? 10% per year gives us 35, because remember, it's 42 months, 3.5 years. We have 10% more. So I'll explain to you exactly how it works in the pricing. Okay, so you'll understand what we have that others don't have. But when we're looking at these numbers, we understand that after 3.5 years, our capital, the value of the apartment is 1,400,000 and 35,500, and we actually paid out of our own pocket only 732. So in reality, if we sell it right when we have the keys, we should have extra of 702,900. Now, we obviously didn't finish paying the developer, because there is 30% more that we must pay the developer, right? So we deduct that, which is what we did here, and we are left with 405,900 on top of what we paid. And this represents everything that, this represents, these and that. So we're looking at 405,900 profit on the money that we paid. How about rent? So let's say we don't want to sell it. After 3.5 years, our payments are going down to 0.5 per month. So if we're looking at 1 bedroom, we will pay 4,950 per month. Now, by the way, there is no interest. There is no, in some countries, you sign on one price, but then there can be changes in the price during construction due to different factors. In Dubai, it does not work like that. If the price when you bought it is 1 million, 5 years after that, you're still paying to the developers, it's still according to the price you bought it. There is no surprises in the middle of the payment plan. I'm not sure if in South Africa you do have these, all of a sudden after 2 years of construction, the price of metal goes up. So in some countries, the developer is also allowed to raise the price according to the, the world index of metal prices or things like that. In Dubai, it's not allowed. There's no interest here. So you're paying 8-year payment plan with this developer, and it's completely interest-free. And the number that you signed on, that is the number you're going to pay throughout those 8 years with no surprises whatsoever. So it's going to be 4,950 when we're looking at the total price. So this will be 0.5%. And the expected rent, which is expected according to rent being paid today in this area, it's going to be 9,000 for a year. So that means that if we're looking at how much we're going to be paying per year, we're going to be paying 0.5 times 12, right? On a 1 bedroom. And we're going to be making 95,000, which is already the price that people are charging today. So 95,000, if we just do the math, then we will be positive, of course, because it's 0.5, and we will have left 35,000. And remember, it means that our tenants are paying all of the 30% after handover, which are going to be for 60 months or 5 years. So you have 3.5 years of construction, and then you have 5 years of post-handover payment plan. You are able to increase your capital that you're investing here over 3.5 years. You'll be able to do in percentage this time, 1 divided by this times 100. So 55%, and if you divide 55% to 3.5 years, so you're left with 15.5% per year on your money during construction. That is before you start, obviously, getting rent. These numbers are incredible, and this is why we chose this development. Now, if you like the numbers, you have to see how it's going to actually look like. And this is what we're going to see now. And then I'm going to explain a little bit more about what is the stage that we're now and what's expected. And after that, we'll have questions, and this will be done for today. So I'm going to show you, as an investor myself, you know, a lot of people in Dubai will tell you, look at the pool, look at the finishing. I think it's important, but I think the numbers are much more important. That's why I give 20 minutes for numbers and 5 minutes for how it looks like. But you should know it is amazing. So you have here pools in the balcony. Each unit comes with a pool in the balcony. You have an Olympic pool, very, very large pool on the base of the building, on the podium level. You have a lot of amenities such as yoga, and you can see it here. So, sorry, you have basketball court and barbecue area and children play area, kids play area. Of course, this is the pool. You have indoor gym and outdoor gym. You have cinema area. You have a spa. So this is on its own is amazing. This is why it's called Samana Resorts. It's called resorts because it is like a resort. It's literally like a vacation, which is why it's going to be amazing for tourists, and it's going to attract a lot of attention. And not less important than that is the fact that you don't have such buildings in the area currently. You do have them in Dubai, by the way, just not in this building. And over here, you'll have golf, you'll have spa. It's just really, really, really amazing. And I'll share this brochure with everyone once this webinar is over. Also, what we'll share is one of the units that we just got from the developer for one of our clients that we're managing his unit. And this is you exactly what you see in terms of finishing. This is what you get. It does not come furnished. You'll have to furnish it yourself. Furnishing costs about 20 to 25,000 dirham completely with electrics and everything, and we do it for you. So don't worry about that. And the rest comes exactly like that. You'll have Pilates and really a lot of fun stuff. That's the gym inside. This is the spa. And this is here the spa. I want to show you the units. So this is a studio. When you were thinking about a studio and what am I getting, this is what you're getting. You're getting a pool in the balcony, as I showed you, and of course a balcony. You have a space here for yourself, and of course with a couch area. And there is just bath and kitchen. It's very, very simple unit. This is a studio. another thing, we have 3 types of 1-bedroom units. Type 1 comes just as a 1-bedroom unit without additions. You'll see what I'm talking about in a moment. Of course, bigger balcony with pool. You'll have bedroom, you have dressing room, corridor, 2 bathrooms, 1 for guests, 1 for the master bedroom. And you're going to have, of course, the kitchen and the living room. This is the second type of the 1-bedroom. Over here, you have storage room. That's the main difference, okay? And of course, the balcony is a little bit different as well. You still have here 2 bathrooms. You can turn this into a study room. You can turn this into a home office, small and very nice area to do whatever you want with. And the last one is the most expensive 1-bedroom. So you have 3 types of 1-bedrooms. And over here, it's actually 1-bedroom plus, because you're getting a maid's room, which you can turn into kids' room. You can turn into maybe 1 adult. So if it's like a couple plus 1 adult or something, this is suitable for them. And when you are renting it, you can also rent it as a 1 plus. So a couple plus someone. You still have a very nice storage room. You still have a bath here, bathroom as well here, big balcony with pool. This is of course, the nicest 1-bedroom in the building. And then you have the 2-bedroom. So the 2-bedroom is also 2-bedroom plus maid, okay? We only have 1 unit of 2-bedroom plus maid. So if any one of you is interested in that unit, there is only 1. In every floor, there is 1. So what we have in our floor, and here you have 3 bathrooms as well. We have 1 of this. We have 2 of that one. We have 4 of this one. That's with the store. We have 8 of the traditional 1-bedroom and 11 studio units. The way that it works is like this. First of all, we go to the developer and we negotiate a deal. And then we go to all of our communities and we say, hey, this is how this deal is going to go. If you're interested, you can pay the 25,000 dirham now. And it will go to the developer. By the way, you don't pay us anything. So you're paying the developer 25,000 dirham now, and you're going to get in the queue for a unit that you are choosing. For example, you'll tell me, I will pay the 25,000 and I want to have a studio, and I want to have a 1-bedroom, and I want to have 1-bedroom plus maid, whatever it is. Then you're getting in the queue. Once we are launching the full floor, we will call each and every one of the individuals that paid, of the investors that paid, and we will let them choose by the time that they paid. So if someone pays today and another individual is paying tomorrow, we will obviously call, first of all, the person that paid today. Now, you want to know why this makes a very big difference, because whoever pays first can save up to hundreds of thousands of dirhams. And let me show you why and how. So this is the brochure. I want to show you the prices that we know already. So we don't know the final prices of this development, but we do know the prices of phase 1. So that's why this is what we're going to look at. Just give me a second here. Okay. So this is the pricing of Samana, as you can see. These are the units that are left in phase 1. So only a few units out of a lot more, obviously, and in higher floors. The reason we chose the 6th floor is because we want to get into lower prices. As investors, let me tell you something. You don't want to pay the top floors because it's a lot more money when you're buying it. It's not a lot more money when you're selling it. It's not a lot more money when you're renting it. And we're here to make money. And it's very, very important that you will invest with your head and not only with your heart or eyes, you know, when you're seeing something beautiful and you don't really think about the numbers. So yes, the top floor looks nicer, sounds nicer, not necessarily makes you more money. By the way, all of the units here, they come, first of all, you have the podium levels. So when you see, for example, 2nd floor, you have 4 levels of podium parking. So that's more like 6. right? So 4 levels of parking, and then you have 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can understand that when I'm saying 6th floor, it's more like 10th, because you have 4 levels of parking, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? Now, take a look at the way that it works. So you have the price for after the launch. They're still in the launch phase. They're doing building 1 and then building 2, but this is again, this was launched a month ago. They already sold almost everything. So this is what's left. And once the launch is done, the price will be here, for example, 1,260,000. But if you go today alone without us, you'll pay 1,134,000. Now, since we have 20% and not only 10, instead of, if this was this unit, for example, instead of 1,134,000, you would only have to pay 1,260 times 0.8. You would only have to pay 1,008,000. So you would actually be saving 126,000 dirham, which is 600,000 rands on a 1-bedroom unit. You will be saving because you are not coming on your own to buy 1 unit. You are joining as a part of a group, and you get the price of someone that comes and buy 26 units in a bulk. This is something that we can only achieve through the power of our communities. So what you can also see is that there is different prices between each unit. And that's why whoever pays first can, for example, of course, it's going to be different prices in different units. But if we just use the example here, so let's say the person that pays first would be able to choose 1,260. Then the one that pays after him will already have to pay 5,000 more. The one that pays third will choose this unit, and that will be almost 27 or 28,000 more. And it goes on and on and on and on and on. And the later you come, the more you pay. This is usually the way it works. This is why we don't come to you with this and telling you, hey, we're going to give you the first phase, because all the good units in this phase are already gone. In Dubai, buildings are sold in 1 week, in a few days, sometimes in 1 day, sometimes in 2 weeks. This is a very, very fast market. So if you really want to make money, you have to do 2 things. Number 1, come as a group and get a good price. Number 2, come early as possible, before other people already took all of the cheap and good units, and you're only left with, you know, the leftovers that nobody wanted. So this is why I highly advise you, if you're considering to getting into this development, to do one of 2 things. Number 1, if you understood everything and you already know this is something that can be good for you, you can just contact myself or Sean, and we will help you to pay the EOI, which is 25,000 dirham. And you will only have to pay the 24% in about 2 to 3 weeks. So you don't need to have all the money right now. You don't need to worry about it. You can pay the 25,000 dirham in a credit card payment or in a bank transfer payment. And of course, you will get a tax invoice from the developer. Again, you do not pay me anything, and you don't pay Sean anything. If you don't know yet if this is something that you want to do, you can contact us through the community. So you have my number there, you have Sean's number there, and you can ask a one-on-one meeting, and we will obviously schedule a meeting maybe tomorrow, maybe next week, according to our availability. And lastly, if there is anything at all that you would like to ask now, so I can answer you just directly, then you can go to the chat or to the Q&A that's in this Zoom, and you can ask me directly. So do you have any questions? I'll give you a moment to think about it. And of course, we're always in the community. So even if you don't have a question right now, and there is a question, you'll think about it later, you can just ask it in the community, and we're going to reply, and we're also able to schedule a one-on-one call. So thank you everyone for coming to the webinar. This is only the beginning of our path in South Africa. We're going to bring you a lot more deals. They're going to be exciting. They're going to be amazing. And these deals almost all the time will be a part of our international community. So even if you're coming to buy 1 unit, you'll get a price as if you just bought a full floor. You'll save hundreds of thousands of dirhams when you're a part of our community. And hopefully, not only you'll save them, you'll also make hundreds of thousands of dirhams from being a part of our international family, and we'll be able to buy real estate in Dubai together and change the industry and get benefits that nobody else can get. Thank you so much, everyone. We'll be in touch, and have a good evening. Bye-bye.